And let's begin with the latest images coming in of the clashes that have been reported across some of the top US universities. This one from the University of California, where you have pro-Palestinian protests turning completely violent. Chaotic scenes being witnessed. And look at the images on your screens of the kind of tear gas shells that were used, of protesters chanting, refusing to back off. There have been incidents of vandalism, of assault that have been reported on the university campus. You can see that they've used wooden boards to kind of block off the entire area as cops are trying to surround them. This is happening at the UCLA. People kicking, punching, beating each other. And the people you see there are others in the campus. The cops are yet to reach this particular location, even as we're seeing images from Columbia of police officials taking matters into their own hands, resorting to attacking students and arresting them. Here in California, in the UCLA, as you see there seems to be no law and order whatsoever. Everyone taking to the streets. So let's play out for you some of those images for you to understand how these issues have escalated.
This is Jim Crow segregation! This is Jim Crow segregation! Shame on UCLA! Terrorists!
Gaurav Sawant is joining us live with more details on this. Gaurav, horrific images really coming in from some of the top US varsities across America. In some cases, we've seen police officials resorting to excesses to take these students into custody. In this particular case, we're seeing what happens if cops don't turn up at the campus.
So let's take this from coast to coast and university to university. If we were to talk about what's happening on the East Coast, at the Columbia University, the administration called in the police, and for the second time, this time when the police went in, and this was after protesters had taken control of the Hamilton Hall or the administration building and held it for close to 20 hours. That's the time that the police were called in by the administration, and they brought in cranes because the students and protesters had barricaded the entrance, the ground floor. In some instances, you remember that image, it went viral across the world, that a protester wearing that Palestinian cafe with a hammer in his hand was breaking through the window panes. The police actually used a crane to enter the second floor and then enter the university and clear the area. There's also another viral image of a student demanding food and water while they carry out the protests, and that's gone pretty viral. But the images currently on our television screens. So let's now travel to the other coast. Let's take you to Los Angeles. Let's also take you to California, where these protests, you see, when the police delay coming in, how the protesters are carrying out virtually on a rampage. In Austin, in Texas, once again, police moved in large numbers, often on horseback, and broke the protest. So the situation does remain very, very alarming across the United States of America, with many now arguing that is this an organic protest, or are protesters being used to destabilize the United States?
You know, there are a lot of questions about whether these protests are motivated and whatnot. But Gaurav, explain to us how we've seen the sudden uprising of sorts in the last few days, where things have turned so violent, where we're seeing these kind of scenes in campuses and no education happening whatsoever. What's led to this sudden turn where it's turned so violent?
So these protests have been on for several months in some universities. You'd recall, in fact, even at a university as prestigious as the Harvard, you have a liberated zone and you have students protesting in that liberated zone. And authorities often told students that while you can protest where you want to in a demarcated area, you cannot stop classes. Initially that started, but then students resorted to what is being called as direct action, and direct action was clashing with authorities, telling the authorities to divest in case there are Israeli firms or American firms that are funding, the Israeli war on Hamas terror of Palestine, and these students put it, then you need to disclose, divest and get rid of them. Then they also started stopping Jewish students and professors from coming to the university, and that is where, that crossed that so-called Lakshman Rekha, and that is when the authorities, the administration sought police intervention. That led to an escalation, and not just the students but even professors in some instances, they joined these protests. And now one situation got out of hand and administration buildings were taken over. The fact that in some universities there was an apprehension that they wouldn't be able to carry out the award of degrees and certificates and their convocations. That is when authorities were called in, and the situation has come to such a pass.
All right, Gaurav, thanks very much for those details. Like Gaurav said, these are protests that we're witnessing coast to coast in the United States. UCLA, these are the scenes that are playing out. But protests across the top US varsities going completely out of hand. The epicenter of that agitation, where we've seen maximum violence, also crackdown on students.